over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture? What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Herder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Hello and welcome back as we get ready to start game number 2 of the day of the opening round of the district tournament. This is the last game of the day and of the first round as well. So pretty excited about that. We've had 2 weather delays already, so it's making things interesting here for sure at the tomato patch. We got the lineup, but before we go through the lineup, let's take a quick look. If you missed us that first game, we have a bracket here now and we have it updated. So you should be seeing that now on your screen. Taking a look at it, I know the days aren't necessarily right when you're taking a look at Alexandria and Platt up in that top middle section of the bracket. That'll be tomorrow, and the start time for that first pitch will be around 6 o'clock. The Parkston Mudcats were able to knock off Mount Vernon 10-8 to get the win for Parkston. So they will now play that late game tomorrow as well. They will play start time that's scheduled for 8, but it'll probably be after. So keep that in mind as well.
It'll probably be about 8:30.
Yep.
After they do the grounds crew, and depending on, like, if you can see here, well, maybe not. Caleb's got the brackets up, but Richard Sternberg, kind of the head groundskeeper here, running the sprinklers right now to just freshen up and keep that dirt nice and soft, and so it's not so hard cutting people's legs and stuff when they slide in or dive to make a stop for a ball.
Yep. It does a nice job. They do a nice job here at Platt, and we are definitely happy to be here as well. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. You can see some of them scrolling through on the top left. Without these guys, this stream right here in production of the 5B district tournament would not be possible. So thank you guys so much for that. Also, going back to what we were talking about, the bracket, you can see the Parkston Cats listed here. They're playing the late game. Again, the winner of this game here between the Parkston Devil Rays and the Dimock Emery Raptors will take on the Parkston Cats. The loser will fall down to that very bottom part of the bracket to take on Mount Vernon on Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then we had Corsica and Winter Cologne. Corsica lost to Alexandria, and then Winter Cologne lost to Platt. So they will play that early game on Tuesday at 6 p.m. So we got a couple straight days of baseball, and then we're going to have Wednesday off. Hopefully we have no more weather and we don't have to use that final day. But, so far we've had to use those 2 days that have been scheduled in for situations like that. So,
yeah, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday and Saturday would be our 2 only wiggle room days, if we would happen to have weather permitting weather delays. I mean, would for sure want to start that state, they would for sure want to start that state tournament on that Wednesday night and then have the full days run through Sunday. And, well, if we have to delay it back till Sunday, that first Sunday before the state tournament, it would be hard to do, finish up district tournaments and get all the commissioners together for the selection show. So,
well, and they might honestly, if a situation like that arises where we have to use that Wednesday, there is, for some reason, another weather delay. I'm guessing what we'll end up having to do is there could be a day where we play 4 games in one day just to keep everything kind of on schedule and get this all taken care of as well. But with that being said, we got both the lineup cards here in our hands, so we'll talk a little bit about them here in a little bit. We can give you the batting order, I guess, for the Parkston Rays. Rays are the 3 seed when they come in. So they're going to start things off with Seth Muth, number 1, number 16, Carter Summer, number 8, Dylan Solik, number 5, Nolan Dvorak, number 10, Ty Negebauer, number 20, Caden Donahue, number 6, Landon Sudbeck, number 2, Doug Sudbeck, and number 4, Tanner Dyke. On the other end for Dimock Emery, I think we're going to make you guys wait just a little bit. We're going to step aside for one quick timeout break, and then we'll go through, and then we'll set up the defense as the Raptors start to take the field. So that way we can get those sponsors in that are making this production possible. So let's hear a quick message from them, and we'll be right back before first pitch.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities? powering rural economies and empowering agriculture. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Hello and welcome back as we get ready to start game number 2 between the Parkston Devil Rays and the Dimock Emery Raptors. So we'll set up your defense here for Parkston from left to right. In left field is going to be number 20, Caden Donahue. In center field, number 1, Seth Muth. In right field is going to be number 5, Nolan Dvorak. At third base is going to be number 16, Carter Summer. At shortstop, number 8, Dylan Solik. At second base, number 6, Landon Sudbeck. Catching will be number 4, Tanner Dyke. And on the mound will be number 21, Jake Helloyd. DH tonight for the Devil Rays is going to be number 2, Doug Sudbeck.
And I got the pitching stats pulled up here for Jake Helloyd. 25 2/3 innings pitched. He's pitched in 8 games. 3 of them started. 1-1 on the year. 35 hits given up. 28 runs surrendered. 17 of them earned. 10 walks. 20 strikeouts. 4 hit batsmen. And comes in with an ERA of 4.64.
First 3 batters that Helloyd will face will be number 1, Drew Kitchens, and number 13, Josh Enquist, and number 16, Phil Johnson.
And I believe we are waiting for our boys in white today, going with the cooler color on this hot day, just going over the ground rules. It is our same crew, but just flipped roles. It will be behind the plate, Mr. Jeff Fryman, and on the bases, Mr. Aiden Bolche. Both those umpires are certified by the South Dakota Umpires Association, and we thank them for doing the job that they do.
Yeah, you can see they're kind of on the left side of your screen, Doug Sudbeck and Brad Barcher. Talking about it with these 2 officials. Kind of getting the rundown, I think, real quick, and then we'll be back in action. And that's what we appear to be waiting on, maybe getting the last amount of rules, maybe some quick questions asked here and there. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. You can see they're walking up to the plate right now. Number 1, Drew Kitchens. Try and get things going here. First pitch. Going to run in and hit Kitchens. And first pitch of this second game at 7:26 p.m. And Kitchens. Oh, Devil Rays haven't quite scored yet. We'll get that fixed for you.
My apologies. Good catch by Caleb. As
see there, Josh Enquist stepping in on the left side. First pitch off the plate outside.
Enquist comes in with a .324 batting average, 22 hits, and 17 RBIs on the year for the Raptor veteran.
First pitch called, or excuse me, second pitch called strike. Count is 1-1. This one going to miss out, makes it 2-1 now. Pick-off attempt. You can see there Kitchens safely back. Kitchens with a little bit of speed, too. You know, he gets a good jump. He can easily swipe a bag. And a 3-1 count. Pelloyd comes set. Kicks, deals, and this one will fall in for strike 2. Full count now to Josh Enquist. Again, Enquist, a veteran of this Dimock Emery team. He's been around the league a while. He's probably seen about every pitch there is to see. See if he can't get a base hit or maybe draw the walk. Kitchens is going to take off. Strike 3. The throw down. Is it in time? No. And this one's going to get by. Kitchens thought about it, but Seth Muth quickly there to back it up.
Little fun fact for you, Caleb. Josh Inquist, former Plankinton F&M banker.
See there on your screen, Bill Johnson stepping up, third baseman.
.269 batting average and 7s in both the hit and RBI column, with a RBI opportunity with a runner in scoring position.
This one popped up out to shallow right center field. Seth Muth going to take it for out number 2. I just want to make one more comment here about Phil Johnson. Phil Johnson helping the Devil Rays. He's actually a pickup player for the Devil Rays. Pitched in the state tournament, which helped the Devil Rays, clinch their first title, first appearance in the state tournament, able to clinch a title. And Johnson actually went the full game against the Kimball White Lake Nationals, and he pitched an absolute gem as part of that successful state tournament run of Parkston's. This one put down the line in foul territory, out of play.
Caleb, you were also a part of that state tournament team as well. Don't you sell yourself short.
Yeah, that is true. And I just decided, take this year off and, things pick up with work and stuff like that. Life happens pretty much. And, decided that I would prefer to be working rather than spending my nights at the ball field, but I do miss it. So pitch is low. It's going to even it up here at 1 apiece.
Bates does come in with a .355 batting average on the campaign. Former Mitchell ace, as well as the guy on deck, Hudson Borgen. Yeah, we've already seen one former Mitchell ace in this tournament. Parker Mandel playing first base for the Mustangs previous.
Yeah, and he had a tremendous day too. Went 4 for 5 on the day for the Mustangs. Just unable to help him get that win. 2-1 pitch. This one popped up, shallow infield. Landon Sudbeck calling for it, and he makes the grab for out number 3. No runs, no hits, 1 man left on base, and no Parkston Devil Ray errors. Your score, 0. After a half inning, Parkston coming to bat, and we'll step aside and we'll be right back to set up your defense here for the Dimock Emery Raptors. That's on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Welcome back to our bottom of the first inning here at the Tomato Patch, District 5B. We're running quick through the defense here for the Raptors. In left field is going to be number 7, Hudson Borgen. In center field, number 13, Josh Henquist. In right field, number 15, Lincoln Bates. At third base, number 16, Phil Johnson. Shortstop, number 1, Drew Kitchens. Second base is going to be number 18, Bryce Smart. And at first base, number 8, Steve Ernster. The battery mate tonight is going to be number 12, Landon Waddell. He will be behind the dish. The backstop for the Raptors. And then your pitcher will be number 20, Dane Toman.
So sorry about that, folks. I was trying to get the stats put up and do not have access to the Emery stats at this point. So we apologize for coming in blind, you could almost say. No, picking stats to keep you guys referencing on how Toman's doing this year.
Yeah, maybe we got a listener out there. I'm kind of referring to you, Mr. Akery. If you are watching, could you maybe send us those pitching stats if you have them on hand? If not, that is okay. We appreciate Mr. Akery out there, always keeping us in line and making sure we're providing the people the correct information. So
I guess if John's not listening, we also got a couple other guys, Ryan Deal, Rodney Haas. If you guys are listening, well, you got some time between your pictures, taking pictures, feel free to send us those stats, please, and thank you.
First pitch swinging for Seth Muth. The throw, is it in time? It is. So a 6-3 put out, 1 pitch, 1 out. Got to like those odds. So that's going to bring up now third baseman, number 16, Carter Summer. Following him, number 8, Dylan Solik to wait on deck. Carter Summer having a nice year for the Rays. 314 on the season. First pitch to him from Toman. Going to catch that inside corner for strike 1. Deal 1 offering on the way upstairs. The 1-0 pitch from Toman, this one. Shot over on the right side of the field, out of play. And Summer now behind the count, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, and this one checked foul.
Just an excuse me swing.
More of a defensive swing there, and the wind may be picking up. Sorry about that. Camera bounced a little bit out in center field. This one fouled down the right side. I would say maybe someone's hanging on the fence out there, but there's no one out there tonight.
Not a soul in sight.
Now there was, last night and a couple nights ago, but, with it being as hot as it is, you probably don't want to sit out there and bake in the sun. The 1-2 pitch, oh! Good spot for that one. That one directly over the top of Summer by about 5 feet. I think that one got away from Toman as he comes back smiling a little bit. The 2-2 pitch, and this one off the plate. Full count now for Carter Summer. Base hit, ball 4 opportunity. Payoff pitch on the way from Toman. Swing and away for strike 3. And Toman will collect on his first strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up now number 8, Dylan Solik. See if he can't get something going here for the Rays.
I kind of noticed Caleb, but on that last pitch by Tolman, when he landed, his foot kind of slipped and came out from underneath him, but good thing that he's all right.
Yeah, maybe not quite used to pitching on turf here. Again, the mound, as you can see on your screen, turf here at Platte, South Dakota, and they do a nice job with their upkeep on the field. Saw right before this game Richard Sternberg out there watering the infield, making sure that, the dirt isn't hard so it doesn't cut your legs up, and you just slide, and it almost feels, hopefully, like you're sliding on a pillow with how soft that dirt is after getting wet. So the 2-0 count now to Solik, and that one's going to run inside. And it's 3-0 now to Mr. Solik. Pitch is down in the zone, and Solik will draw the walk. It's going to bring up now Nolan Dvorak.
Nolan comes in the year 367, 22 hits and 7 RBIs on the campaign for the Devil Rays. The utility man for the Devil Rays as well.
Tolman comes set, kicks, deals. Runner takes off, and the throw not in time.
That one did be called a strike.
And the Devil Rays with a chance early on to get something across the board. 2 away, runner in scoring position. Curveball. Good discipline there by Mr. Dvorak. Able to hold off. The pitch from Tolman, high, and it's 2-1. Two-one offering on the way. This one swung on and fouled back, and it looked like it caught Fryman pretty good.
He was kind of grabbing by the throat, maybe just darn close, but Fryman taking some time to catch his breath.
Yeah, it's not an easy job being an umpire. You got those, you got a ball coming in there at a quick pace in a small zone where you got to determine whether it's a ball and a strike, and then you also got the physical aspect of it where you're going to have that every once in a while where it comes in and it smacks you pretty good. I mean, they're taking a beating sometimes back there.
Fryman looking like he's all right, and yeah, I would have to agree. I have my fair share of bumps and bruises from this year of umping, and I'm kind of glad that I'm done taking the beatings and bumps that I've had. I can kind of rest my body for the rest of the year now.
Count is 2-2. 2 away. Runner on second base. The offering from Tolman, and this one high and tight for ball 3. Full count. And Dvorak, base hit, ball 4 opportunity. Tolman has a peak, payoff pitch on the way, and this one up in the zone. And just a great eye there by Nolan Dvorak. So that puts runners on first and second base with number 10, Ty Negebauer, to step up here for the Devil Rays. First pitch from Tolman. Ooh, high and tight. A little chin music right there. That'll get the blood pumping as a batter. That one coming in right at the face. Negebauer able to get out of the way. The 1-0 curveball will fall in for strike two, evens it up at 1-1.
And us kiddo, Solik and Dvorak both represent their places that they play college baseball for. Dvorak representing the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers and Solik Northern State Wolves.
Foul ball back in the net, and if you really want to get technical about it too, Ty Negebauer at the plate, a Dork defender for baseball as well. So we got Northern State, Dakota Wesleyan, and then Dork defender. The 1-2 offering, high, and that one looked like it went right over the top of Negebauer's helmet. He just stood right in. Hoping to maybe take that one and maybe cut some of that momentum here of Toman and then load the bases up. The 2-2 off the plate and battled back to a full count. 3 straight full counts here at the tomato patch. Toman really trying to work on that off speed, and he's been missing wide and low. Payoff pitch on the way. This one swinging away, strike 3, and Toman will retire batter number 2 of the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no Dimock Emery Raptors, and 2 left on base. Your score after 1 complete, 0-0. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Hello and welcome back to our top of the second inning here on Live Ticket TV. Just had to double check myself and make sure. Had a lot of baseball here. It's all starting to blend together. To lead things off for Dimock Emery, it's going to be number 15, Lincoln Bates, number 7, Hudson Borgen, and number 20, Dane Toman, the counterpart of Jake Lloyd. You can see here as Borgen checking in. Borgen, a former Mitchell ace as well. Or excuse me, I misspoke there, guys. It's actually Hudson Borgen, Dane Toman, and Landon Waddell to start things off here. And Borgen with a sharp hit up the middle. And he'll round first base and he'll stay right there. Borgen has been a nice addition here for this Raptors team. He stouts a pretty good batting average too. And as you can see there, a nice sharp line drive right back up the middle. And no play even close to being available. I know they got the speedy Seth Muth out there in center, but that's just out of the reach for him. At the plate is Dane Toman. The pitch, swinging a wave, maybe fouled off. Yeah, fouled off. It got Fryman again, and he's taking a beating back there already, and there's still a lot of baseball left. And he's starting to feel it again here. All right, and we're back, and we're ready to rock and roll again. Again, Toman at the plate. Hudson Borgen with the leadoff single. Runner takes off. The throw from Tanner Dyke, and it's not in time. And Borgen slides safely into second base. He'll swipe a bag.
And Tanner Dyke, a former Platte Black Panther. So he is an alumni from Platte.
And while we're on the topic of college baseball as well, Tanner Dyke, also a Dakota Wesleyan baseball player, along with the pitcher for the Rays, Jake Helloyd, a Northern Wolf as well.
Dyke got oh yeah, so you did say the Dakota Wesleyan Tiger. Everything's going right over my head today. I'm sorry about that.
Heat's starting to get to him, ladies and gentlemen.
Not enough fans up here.
Yeah. Ball popped up over on the right side. Sudbeck giving chase, or excuse me, that was Ty Negebauer coming over. So look, yeah, Ty Negebauer playing first base. So that's going to bring up now Landon Waddell, the backstop here for the Raptors tonight. 130 on the season, 10 hits, 11 RBIs. See if he can't maybe get Hudson Borgen across the plate and maybe take an early lead here for Dimock Emery. First pitch, this one swung on, fouled out of play. Pretty confident swing there by Waddell. Just didn't quite get all of it. The 0-1 pitch, and this one in the turf. It's going to even the count here at 1-1. Helloyd comes set, has a peek back at the runner at second base, kicks and deals, and an off speed, just missing off the plate outside. Makes it 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, and this one hit out towards center field. And Borgen thought it was getting down, and he just kept going. So maybe just a running error there, on the base paths, just unaware of the situation. Maybe thought there was 2 outs, or thought the ball got down. Regardless, the Devil Rays going to get out of that with no damage done. So your score remains 0-0 as we head now into the bottom of the second. We'll step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities? Powering rural economies and empowering agriculture. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Hello and welcome back to our bottom of the second here, District 5B coverage. Hope you guys at home are enjoying the nice, cool AC and, our coverage of the district tournament. Maybe having a couple beverages to stay hydrated, as it is a sweltering one here in Platte. 101 with a heat index making it feel 117 degrees. And if we can get a shot by our cameraman out at the flag, we'll show you here in a second just how much of a breeze there is here in Platte, South Dakota.
Some would say that breeze is dead as a doornail.
Yeah, non-existent is the right word for that. But back to some baseball action. Stepping up here is number 20, Caden Donahue for Parkston. First pitch he's going to take for strike one.
And Caden Donahue, we did reference in that last game, he was up here working with us, running our camera for us. So cheering on our former, or also our current Life Ticket employee, coworker.
Had some action to get down into, and we'll see what he can do here. He's behind in the count right now, 0-2. The pitch from Toman, and over the top. Toman likes to run that ball inside, and he gets awfully close to hitting people. Some of them duck out of the way because it usually comes in about face level. That one there also right around that eye level. The 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be low, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 offering on the way from Toman, and this one swing and foul tip back in the glove for strike three. So Donahue down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 6, Landon Sudbeck, to step in. And there he is now on your screen. Toman now up to 3 strikeouts so far on the night. First pitch swinging for Sudbeck. A chopper over the second baseman. Kitchen's going to take it, and he makes it with ease. 6-3 put out for out number 2. And that's going to bring up now number 2, Doug Sudbeck, who is in the DH role tonight. DHing for pitcher Jake Helloyd.
The old longtime veteran Dougie Barrels stepping in, and I believe he, if I remember right, he is a South Dakota Amateur Baseball Association Hall of Famer.
I think I heard that somewhere too, but I'm not 100% sure. And there we go. We talked about it again. You saw that right there. Toman throwing a slider, but he just hasn't been able to dial that in. It's been way outside. if he can start to get that working here for him, that could be another pitch to the arsenal to help him out. The 1-0 offering, and again, just missing on that slider. He's just releasing it too late. Just struggling to get that in the zone. Maybe he's trying to overthrow it. You could say, when you try to throw it a little bit harder than maybe you're supposed to, you tend to get that problem there of it fading out to the outside, or I guess maybe even pulling it too far across your body and just releasing it late. He's able to fire back a strike. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a wave, makes it 2-2. And Toman looking to make this one a quick inning. 2-2 offering, the pitch, and that one just up in the zone. One of those borderliners right there where you could maybe call it a strike ball.
Also, we could reference Doug Sedbeck, a former Dimock Emery Raptor.
That is true. And that one up in the zone. And Sedbeck able to draw the walk. And he'll go to first base. So that's going to bring up now the catcher for the Devil Rays. It's going to be Tanner Dyke, number 4, and he has taken off his shin guards. You can actually probably just kind of catch him there. You can see he's taken off that last guard on his right leg, and here he comes.
Dyke will be taking his cuts from the left-handed batter's box. He comes in with 327 batting average, 18 hits, and 11 RBIs on the campaign. So we mentioned that last inning. Dyke, one of those multiple Dakota Wesleyan and college baseball players on the field tonight for both teams.
Yep. First pitch he's going to take for a called strike. Puts the count at 0-1, and Doug Sedbeck over at first base. You can see there Steve Ernster playing back with 2 away. Big swing and miss there from Dyke, and it's 0-2 now. Tolman way ahead in the count. See what he does here. 0-2. Miss, and Doug gonna swipe a bag.
Doug's not afraid to show that he's still got some speed on him.
So gives Sedbeck a stolen base. Runner now in scoring position here for Tanner Dyke. The 1-2 pitch. Cut on and fouled back into the net. A 1-2 count. The Devil Rays did a nice job that in their first appearance is really drawn, making him throw a lot. He's already at 41, and we still, have a third of an inning to play yet. Dyke, 1-2 count, looking to extend this. The pitch, and that's going to be rung up on the outside corner for strike number 3.
Well,
no
Caleb,
runs, no hits, no Dimock Emery Raptor errors, and 1 left on base. And I apologize for cutting you off. What do you got for me, Red?
Well, I did some digging, and that is Doug Sedbeck's second stolen base this year.
There we go. With that being said, that's going to do it here after 2 complete. Your score 0-0. We'll step aside. We'll let Helloyd warm up, and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Hello and welcome back to our top of the third inning here at the Tomato Patch in beautiful Platte, South Dakota. As we get ready, leading things off is actually going to be number 8, Steve Ernster, number 18, Bryce Smart, and then they'll turn the lineup over for number 1, Drew Kitchens. So we'll see if the Raptors can get something going after a pretty quick inning by Toman.
Well, Caleb, I believe, as we were talking about between break, about another former longtime amateur baseball player, Cody Larson. I believe he was a Gold Sock.
Yes, he caused a lot of havoc as a Gold Sock.
And then he was also, I believe, a former Mitchell Mad Dog before they disbanded.
Cody Larson, longtime player, really good amateur baseball player.
As well as this guy at the plate, Mr. Ernster.
First pitch on the way from Jake Helloyd. It's going to be high and a little tight for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, called strike, evens it up at 1-1. One offering on the way, and that one's going to run inside, and it's going to say it clipped Steve Ernster's elbow. So we'll take a look at that. Oh, yeah, it did run in and clip him. So Ernster putting his body on the line for the Raptors, able to draw a hit by a pitch, and that's going to bring up number 18, Bryce Smart.
I believe, Caleb, and I could be wrong, but I want to just say this, change my sentence before I say it. Ernster is one of the oldest players on the roster right now.
We mean youngest players, right?
Oh, yeah, we could say youngest. He's only about 40 years young.
Foul tip back in the glove as Smart trying to bunt Ernster to second base.
Bryce Smart, also one of them players that have excellent speed in the back pocket.
Yeah, a good bunt down the line, and if Smart's really hustling, he might be able to beat it out depending on where it is placed and how fast the Devil Rays react, and he's going to take called strike 2, so he won't be able to bunt here. I mean, he could, but here's the thing. If you foul that bunt off and it goes foul, you're out. So Smart probably going to be looking to take a hack here at this one if it's in the zone. The 0-2 pitch off the plate outside. Oh, they're going to say that it caught the outer part of the plate.
It's going to flip the lineup over for the leadoff man, Drew Kitchens, coming in just under 300 on the year, at 299. He'll step in with 1 on and 1 away in the early stages of the top of the third.
First pitch on the way to Kitchens is going to be low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, curveball. Just going to hang up in the zone. Makes it 2-0. Pitch. This one swung on, popped up, out of play for Drew Kitchens. And Kitchens playing against him, always a really solid leadoff batter. I've seen him leg out a couple hits where I thought, that's only going to be a single. And he rounds second base, nose down, and he slides safely into second.
Yeah, Kitchens is definitely one of them guys that is hard to get out.
This one, a hard hit ball shot down the line. They're going to try to get Ernster at second. He's going to slide safely in, and they're going to say not in time. That was a great try by Steve Ernster, and, just a really good throw there by Nolan Dvorak. I mean, just recognizing that play. He came up firing. He knew exactly where he was going to throw the ball, and he just gunned him out from right field.
Yeah, like the coaches always say, know what you're going to do with it when the ball's hit to you.
Well, and without a doubt, Nolan Dvorak knew exactly what he was going to do. First pitch up in the zone, ball 1, 2 away. Kitchens on first base. So actually, that's not even a hit then for Kitchens. That's a fielder's choice.
Let me go back and see how they rule this.
It should be ruled as a fielder's choice. It should be a 9 to, I think it was Dylan on base, so a fielder's choice, 9-6.
They ruled it as a single. Game changer rules that Kitchens singles on a line drive, right fielder Nolan Dvorak to shortstop, Dylan Solik, Ernster out at advancing to second.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong in that, but based off of what I would think, as far as infield, that's a fielder's choice.
It also raises a question. Since it was hit to the outfield, it's technically ruled as a hit.
Someone with maybe a little bit more baseball knowledge than the two of us, hit that helpline number up and let us know, because now I'm really curious on that. Foul ball for Josh Enquist, evens it up at 2-2. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. But yeah, that does raise a really interesting question here. Should it have been listed as a fielder's choice, or is it a single? And then I just don't know where that second piece of the puzzle comes in, at second base. You don't see that, though, a whole lot either.
No.
Swinging a wave, and they're just going to throw this one down to Negebauer at first base on the drop third strike. And that'll do it here in the top of the third inning. Still zeros on the board. We'll step aside and we'll be right back with that bottom of the third coverage on Live Ticket.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Hello and welcome back to our bottom of the third coverage here on Live Ticket TV. District 5B baseball here at the Tomato Patch in Platte, South Dakota. And the lineup turns over here for the Devil Rays as number 1, Seth Muth, stepping up to the plate. And I think we did find out, we did have a ruling on that, Reagan. So you want to tell the people what we learned.
So I did ask our assistant umpire in the booth here, Mr. Tyler Oberblockling, and Tyler said he would rule it as a hit because, normally, like we didn't get up talking about, it's, you don't see that in most cases. It's just the fact that Dimock Emery had a veteran, older Steve Ernster running. Normally, like if you had a younger guy, it wouldn't happen. But the median line, you could say, from it being a hit to a fielder's choice is the edge of the infield. The edge outside grass of the infield where the outfield meets.
Okay.
Kind of something like a infield fly.
Gotcha. And that makes sense too. But like we said, it's just something you don't really see. So it's definitely a question I had, and now I feel better informed on that. So I appreciate Mr. O'Brockling.
We'll keep Tyler
opinion
around for the rest of the term in case we have any more questions.
Yeah. 3-1's the count. Hitters count for Muth. The pitch from Toman, and that's off the plate outside, and Muth able to draw the walk. So that's going to bring up now here number 16, Carter Summer, playing third base today.
Summer's also one of them utility guys that the Devil Rays have. He can play anywhere and everywhere.
And we've been talking a lot about college baseball players. Right here's another one at the plate on your screen. Another Northern State Wolf. First pitch in for a called strike. Pitch from Toman, curveball, and for a strike as well. So Summer now behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch off the plate outside makes it 1-2 now. The pitch, hard hit ball out towards the gap in left center field. Muth going to round around, and it's kicked by Enquist, and Muth is going to stand up on second base. An errant throw, but Toman there to keep it down. And that puts runners now on the corners here for the Parkston Devil Rays. And that's going to bring up now Dylan Solik to stand in on the right side. Get something going here for this team.
We could possibly see our first run of the ballgame.
Well, we could. And Summer has some pretty good speed over at first base. I think they're going to opt maybe to have him, this one lined down the right side and out of play. But as I was saying, kind of to finish my thought there, we probably are going to see Summer in the next couple pitches move up to second base.
Just to see what the McEmery's going to do, if they're going to throw down or just let Summer have a free bag.
Summer's going to stay there, hit up the middle. Kitchen throwing it to second base, and he's safe. Mishandled there by Bryce Smart. that ball kind of came in there real fast. I mean, that was a short throw, and Kitchens just slung that ball over there.
So that's going to go down as an E4.
Yep, E4. And a run does come across, so the Devil Rays strike first here in the ball game. That brings up Nolan Dvorak, who drew a walk in his first plate appearance.
Corners are in, expecting possibly a bunt. No, Dvorak shows bunt, Ernster charges.
And he's going to pull back as that one is high and out. The 1-0 pitch. Again, Dvorak squaring to bunt, and he lays down a nice one. The throw in time, and Dvorak doing his job on the sacrifice bunt. Moving everybody into scoring position. So now one away and runners on third and second base. That's going to bring up now first baseman Ty Negebauer to stand in. First pitch, swung and a miss for strike one.
Toman at 56 pitches right now.
This one popped up out of play. Toman has a sign he likes. Comes set, kicks, and deals in this one upstairs. And you can see there, Landon Waddell, he's like, we're not throwing anything across the plate. He was standing fully up with the catcher's put right at his face. You know, Landon Waddell, a pretty tall dude, probably about 6'2", 6'3", standing up. So that should tell you about how high that ball came in. This one going to miss off the plate outside. Just kind of maybe overthrowing again that off-speed pitch. Can't quite get a grasp on that control yet. So 2-2's the count. 2 away. The offering on the way from Toman, and this one high and tight. And Negebauer has battled himself back to a full count. A base hit, ball 4 opportunity. Ball 4 loads the bases for the Devil Rays. Payoff pitch from Toman, swung on and fouled back out of play. Negebauer staying alive. And we'll do it again here. Repeat. Toman has the sign. Comes set. Kicks. Deals the payoff pitch. Fouled back in the back of the net. And Ty doing a nice job staying alive. Trying to find something that he can piece up and maybe put into play here for the Devil Rays to get that run across the board. At least one, potentially two. Solik out there at second base has some good speed as well. You know, depending on where that's hit, you might have an opportunity to round third and head home. Payoff pitch inside, and Negebauer will draw the walk, and that'll load the bases for the Devil Rays, and it'll bring up number 20, Caden Donahue.
That's going to warrant a slow trip to the mound by manager Brad Barcher.
And have a quick conversation, you know, maybe heading out there because like taking a look at it on your screen, 63 pitches already for Dane Toman. You know, typically, like they say, an average for an inning, you want to try to be about 15 pitches. So he's well over that mark. on that aspect. But he's had some really long at-bats. That first inning, he had 3 straight batters where he battled them to a full count.
And it looked like Parcher brought a cup of water out there, just cooled Tolman down, like Caleb said. According to Caleb's temperature on his computer, it's 94 degrees here in Platte. Definitely a warm one.
Yeah, it's actually starting to cool down here. Earlier this afternoon when Reagan and I first got here and we were setting stuff up, we got up here and we took a look at the weather and it said 101. So starting to slowly cool down, but still pretty warm outside. Hope you folks at home are staying nice and cool and hydrated.
Oh, it makes me want to say it though, Caleb. You know, we were always complaining about those spring temperatures. I'll take those any day of the week right now.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of this heat. I prefer actually the winter time when it's a little bit cooler out. Just don't like the snow that comes with it. Swinging a wave, makes it 1-1. Pitch, high and tight.
They're going to say he did not go. Tony holds back. Todd Strain up here, as Caleb was saying that. I think he was agreeing with the Caleb or just
I don't know. I got a dirty look there. I think when I said I prefer the winter time, he looked at me like, are you serious? Yeah.
Todd thinking that we're nuts up here, but.
Yeah, he thinks I'm a little crazy up here, and there might be some people at home also being like, oh, that guy's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The 2-2 pitch, swinging a wave, and Caden Donahue down on strikes for the second out of the inning, and bases still remain loaded here. This is a prime opportunity here for the Devil Rays to scratch another one across the board and really extend this lead out. That's going to bring up now Landon Sudbeck as he makes his slow walk over. Taking his time, probably just thinking about his approach that he'd like to have at the plate. First pitch on the way from Toman. This one swung on, fouled back, out of play. I see that actually the Parkston Devil Rays got some new helmets maybe out there. Ty Negebauer with a white helmet.
White, can't think of the material that is. It's not matte, but.
High, or a line drive out to see if he can maybe get things going here. Scratch a couple more across. Drew a walk in his first plate appearance. This one swinging, fouled off, out of play. Again, the winner of this game, if you guys are just tuning in, will play the Parkston Mudcats as they took a 10-8 victory over Mount Vernon earlier this evening.
In between innings, when I had to get up, stretch my legs, walk out on the little platform here right outside the press box, I did see the Mudcats down the right field line, looking on. Cheering on the other Parkston team, supporting their
counterpart.
Yeah, there you go, counterparts.
And then also probably, taking a look to see who comes out victorious, as it will be their next opponent as well. So 2-1 count, the pitch from Toman, and this one off the plate outside, and Waddell doing a nice job there getting in front and bodying that ball. Preventing Negebauer from moving up if it gets away from him. I guess probably Landon Sudbeck over at first base would move up, so that'd put runners in scoring position. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners aboard, batters number 2. The pitch on the way, swung on and a line drive, hit down the line in left field. Negebauer rounds third base, and he'll score. It'll be an RBI single for Dougie Barrels.
Once again, the longtime veteran proving what he can do and what he brings to the table.
That's going to bring up the catcher, Tanner Dyke. And once again, you can see right there, you can see actually our home plate umpire, Jeff Fryman, and right in front of Tanner Dyke right now as he's finishing taking off his gear. So again, another runner still in scoring position. Sudbeck now on second base. And Sudbeck on first base.
Sudbeck squared.
Yep. So again, Tanner Dyke taking his cuts from the left side for the Rays. The pitch, swinging away for strike number 1. The pitch, outside. Evens things up, 1-1 now for Tillman. Time called by Tanner Dyke. So on an extra second here. Gather his bearings. The 1-1. This one checked foul. And now it's 1-2. Tillman looking to get out of here, keeping this damage at just 4 runs. It's one pitch away. The offering. And that one just inside, maybe a little low too. I think that's what Fryman said. And I think that caught our catcher on the hand. It looked like when he went down to go after that one, it maybe bounced up and smacked him pretty good up in the wrist on his glove hand, so he's taking a second. And I know there's that, I don't know what you want to call it out there. There's that kind of that, almost that bone right where your wrist connects in that joint out on your outer part of the arm. It looked like it kind of caught him right there. And I know if you get hit there, I mean, you feel it. It's like getting hit in the funny bone. It sucks. So, but he's back in, ready to rock and roll. 2-2 offering on the way, and this one outside. Full count. Base hit, ball 4 opportunity for Tanner Dyke. With 2 away and runners on first and second base, both Sudbecks, as soon as that front foot comes up of Tillman's, well, I guess, you know, it could come up and he could try to back pick at second, but there they go. They take off, and Dyke able to foul it off, get another, and stay alive. And that one off the plate outside. Tanner Dyke able to draw a walk. And that's going to load the bases. That's going to turn the lineup over to number 1, Seth Muth.
And just like that, our lights in the ballpark have just turned on. We do got a courtesy runner for our catcher, number 13, T.J. Schmidt.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask while he was up here, and I keep forgetting to. I was going to ask Todd Strand when they got these lights put in here at the field. They're one of the newer ones. They got the LED, and they sit flat, and they don't look like, you know, they would cover as much or give as much light off as they do, but they do a phenomenal job lighting up the field. We saw it at the state tournament last year in Brandon Valley. They had the exact same thing, and they do a nice job. Muth cuts on this one, fouls it back, and it's 0-2.
I believe they got it in the fall of this year
Hmm.
because I did see an article on 605 Sports of them talking about the new lights before the district tournament started.
Oh, gotcha. There we go. This
So,
one just off the plate. Go ahead, finish that thought.
well, I was going to say, so if you want to go read that article and see more pictures and other articles, go ahead and check out 605sports.com.
I also do game roundups there with stats and other things too. Some interesting stories too. I know there's going to be a story coming up. I'm not going to disclose too much information, but you're definitely going to want to read that one. It's a very interesting story. It takes part, I'll give you a little tidbit. It takes part in the northern part of the state of South Dakota, and that's all I'm going to say there. This one, low, so another full count, second straight. And now Toman risks walking in a run. Runners on the move. Swung on this one, popped up, out towards center field. Enquist looks like he's there, and he reels it in. Can of corn, as they say, for out number 3, but not before the Devil Rays score 4 runs in the bottom of the third inning. Your score now after, in the third inning. We're going to the top of the fourth, so your score after 3 complete is 4-0. We'll step aside, and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Hello and welcome back as we get ready to start the top of the fourth here on Live Ticket TV. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying our District 4B coverage. We want to shout out our sponsors here at Live Ticket TV who are making this production possible so fans like you at home can sit in the nice, cool air conditioning and watch. Unfortunately, you do have to listen to me and Reagan, though, announce, or Reagan and I guess would be the proper grammar there, but other than that, I guess worst comes to worst, you can always mute us on the TV and just watch some nice baseball being played here in the Sunshine League. Stepping up to the plate, it's going to be the left-hander, Phil Johnson, at least as far as batting goes. Phil Johnson, a veteran as well.
Also a former Dakota Wesleyan Tiger.
That is true. And Johnson squaring to bunt. So that tells me that, maybe Carter Summer was playing fairly deep and, just using that baseball IQ that Johnson has standing at the left side and, with him playing further back, a nice bunt, he might get there.
Well, Summers was backpedaling after the showed bunt there by Johnson with a smile on his face. So I'm guessing Phil told Carter he's not going to try to do that on him. Phil always jokes, "Oh, bunt, but I'm never going to make it."
And it was always a fun time, too. You got to be a teammate for a little bit with Phil Johnson. He's a fun guy to be around. Just an absolute gamer as well. Like I said, he did pitch for the Devil Rays, helped with that state tournament victory last year. Coming in and pitching against the Kimball White Lake Nationals, and he pitched an absolute gem for us. Did a nice job. Helped secure that win and move us on to play the Hartford-Humboldt Gamecocks in that championship matchup. So big thanks there to Phil Johnson for that and being a part of that. The 2-2 pitch on the way. This one hit on the ground up the middle. Solik there. The throw in time.
And like you see there, Phil joking with Dylan Solik and just having fun with the guys as he was running down the line.
So that's going to bring up now Lincoln Bates. And Bates playing right field today for the Raptors. Pretty solid batting average on the season. I believe actually he did single in his last plate appearance up the middle. So maybe looking for a repeat of that as well.
No, we'll take that back. He did not. He is 0 for 1 today.
Well, that must have been Borgen. That must have been the next kid. Yep, that was Borgen who singled. This one popped up. And Carter Summer overran it, and it's going to fall in fair territory.
That'll be a hit.
Yeah, that's a tough play to make. I'd say that's a hit. So an infield fly single for Lincoln Bates, and that's going to bring up now number 7, Hudson Borgen, the left fielder for the Raptors. Let's see if Hudson can repeat his last plate appearance. Again, that one was hit up the middle. The pitch just up in the zone for ball 1. This one fouled back out of play. The 1-1 offering swung on, and this one fouled back out of play.
That hit a car.
Oh, did it?
I lied. Side by side.
Side by side.
Kind of the same thing.
I was going to say I heard a thud, but where I'm sitting, I can't really see, so I thought maybe it hit the dugout below because that was the last time I saw it. But, yeah, it must have just snuck out, and we got a couple side-by-sides actually right out behind us. Must have clipped that one. Off speed, inside. A little high, too. Makes it 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. This one put on the ground. Bobbled. Ooh, nice job there by Solik. Kind of popped up. He just quick grabbed that before it could really get away from him and was still able to make a pretty good play on that. Pretty impressive. So it'll be a fielder's choice. 6-4 put out for out number 2. He's going to bring up the pitcher now. Number 20, Dane Toman, to stand in. First pitch to Toman, fouled back over the top of Fryman. He didn't have to wear this one.
This one he got lucky on. But
yeah. Poor Fryman already taking a beating back there. I think he's been hit now like three times for sure, maybe 4. Swinging a wave, makes it 0-2. Helloyd looking to get out of this one, leaving Borgen stranded at first base. The pitch, and this one high. The 1-2, swinging away, strike 3, and Helloyd able to strike out Toman for the third out of the inning. Your score still 4-0. The Parkston Devil Rays coming to that bat, and we'll see if they maybe can extend on to that 4-0 lead. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back as we get ready to start our bottom of the fourth coverage on Live Ticket TV. Sunshine League District Baseball here in Platte, South Dakota. We've had a couple days, though, where the sun hasn't been shining. It's been raining, and those days have resulted in the games being pushed back. So if you're tuning in from other areas, maybe you haven't heard us mention it yet, but this is still the first round of Sunshine League District Baseball. It is the final game, though. And there we go. We have a hit batsman. That is Carter Summer. Going to get hit by that pitch, and he'll just make the trek down to first base. It's going to bring up now number 8, Dylan Solik, to stand in. Looks like he's getting a sign. We'll see what the Devil Rays opt to do. If they choose to steal, maybe lay down a bunt. We'll see. They like to usually play pretty aggressive baseball. So if they can swipe a bag or get a runner in scoring position, they will. The 1-0, ooh, that's going to run inside, and that's 2 hits batsmen in a row. And now, I'd say in this situation, you'd almost be looking to lay down a bunt. And this guy right here is a pretty good guy to do it, Mr. Nolan Dvorak. One of the nicest guys, if you guys don't know Nolan, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Just a real down-to-earth individual.
I don't think Nolan has a bad nerve in his body.
No. No. And there he is. He's going to square and show that bunt right away. He's going to pull back on that one.
Now, if you're playing baseball against him, he may look like it, but that's just his competitive spirit coming out.
Yep. Very competitive player. And Toman just going to keep the runner close. Going to keep Summer close there at second. Yeah, Dvorak looking to sacrifice bunt here for his team. Oh, and he's going to pop this one up. And Toman lays out for it. That was Ernster. Wow, Ernster got up the line pretty quick there.
Ernster showing that he's
still
a young buck.
Yeah.
I know, seen when I umped a couple of Dimock Emery games this year, I know Ernster, he had one of those. He gets up and he walks by to me. I don't know why I did that. That's going to hurt tomorrow. I'm guessing that's what he was saying when he got up after that, laying out for that foul ball.
And I saw it here on the screen. He said, a sentence enhancer. I can't repeat that on air, but he really wanted that one. He thought he had a chance, and he was right there, just a little bit short. Counts 1-2 now to Dvorak. Toman comes set, has a peek at Summer, kicks, deals, and a swing and a wave. Dvorak down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
But, Caleb, I'm sure that is something that Ernster is enjoying. Dimock Emery, all dirt infield. I'm sure that felt a lot better than landing right on the hard dirt.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, they do a really nice job here at Platte. They probably have had this watered, so it probably wasn't too hard of a fall. It almost maybe a little bit cushioned in the grass, so it didn't maybe hurt as bad. He might still feel it tomorrow, but maybe not as bad.
Not as bad of a bruise.
Yeah, there you go. Negebauer's going to take that for a called strike. Puts the count at 0-1. The pitch on the way. Runner takes off. The throw down to third. It's not in time. They're going to go to second base. And safely there is Solik.
I think it was Phil's asking Aiden Bolche about a call, possibly. So it looked like when Carter slid in,
he popped up real quick. So I'm wondering if,
on that throw to second, could that be maybe ruled as runner interference? That interference ruling by the rule book says up to the umpire's discretion, but if it affects a throw in any way.
Well, they didn't really even consider it because we just had our next pitch, so it don't matter anyway. So we're at 2-1 is the count. And an opportunity now for 2 runs. And this is a hard hit ball out to center field. Bates over his head, Bates over his head. There was a switch out in center field that we missed, so we apologize. And Negebauer on second base with a 2 RBI double.
And it was just a straight swap. Bates and Inquist just swapping spots, all it was.
Well, and it looked like Lincoln Bates was there. It's just like his foot maybe got caught, in a hole or something out there. And he kind of just fell over. It looked like he tripped. Maybe his feet got tangled up. Not real sure what happened, but it looked like he was there, and then all of a sudden he just kind of fell down. So that's going to result, though, in a hit, for Ty Negebauer. And that's going to put Caden Donahue at the plate. Takes a big swing there for strike 1.
Donahue also a good contact hitter. Always willing to get a hit for you, but just been kind of quiet tonight.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find or figure out Toman quite yet. It's now behind 0-2. Toman now over that 100-pitch threshold. So we'll see what happens here. And this one right down the middle, backwards K. And Donahue down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up now Landon Sudbeck. Oh, it looks like we got Dylan Solik in the way right now.
And there's another one off of Fryman.
Fryman's staying strong in there. Must have took some ibuprofen or some Tylenol in between innings as he's ready to be back in action. Maybe just grazed him a little bit there, but yeah, Fryman definitely taking a beating this game. His pitch in for a called strike, and Sudbeck quickly behind in the count, and he's arguing that with that one. Didn't really like the call there. But from our angle here, it looked pretty good, I'd say. Just caught that outside corner. It was a really good pitch by Toman, and that one just misses. No, that was a nice two-seam fastball right there by Toman. Just couldn't quite catch that outer part of the plate. The 1-2 pitch, curveball. It'll be put into play. Johnson with the throw, and it's in time. And Sudbeck sliding into first base, and unfortunately, he's not going to get there and be called safe like Brady Albrecht was earlier this evening. If you just missed that game, Albrecht had a close play at first and was able to slide in head first and just make it, I don't know, it was really close. It was a bang-bang play, but he was able to slide in safely for Parkston. But the Devil Rays do get 2 out of that, so your score now after 4 complete is 6-0. We'll step aside as Jake Helloyd gets ready to start his 5th inning of work on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
Welcome back to our top of the 5th coverage here on Live Ticket TV. Hope you guys are enjoying this coverage of 5B District Baseball. Stepping up, we got a nice shot here of Landon Waddell, the backstop for the Raptors tonight. First pitch on the way from Helloyd is going to be low.
And I did do a little information check, courtesy of Mr. John Aker, listen out there. Landon Waddell, former Dakota Wesleyan baseball player.
Yep, like I said before, we do appreciate Mr. Akery. He's always keeping us in line here at Live Ticket TV, always giving us the right information. Never making sure we're feeding you guys false information, so we do appreciate that. So thank you, John. And with that play right there, a 5-3 put out from Carter Summer for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up now Steve Ernster to stand in for Dimock Emery. Ernster, his last at bat was hit by a pitch, if I remember correctly.
Yep, hit by a pitch and then ended up getting out at that defensive indifference on that throw to second base.
Ooh, that one got away from Helloyd there. Ball maybe a little slippery as it's humid out. Maybe a little sweat on the fingers. Caused that ball to slip out a little early. So count is 1-1. This one put on the ground up the middle. Solik giving charge. The throw in time. And taken. 6-3 put out for out number 2. That's going to bring up now number 18, Bryce Smart. First pitch on the way from Helloyd. Going to be high and tight for ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a foul tip back into Tanner Dyke's glove. Will even the count at 1 apiece. Swing and a wave. Again, same sort of deal right there. Foul tip back into the glove. And it's 1-2. I just took a look out towards center field, and we do have some fans sitting out in the bleachers out there now. The 1-2 pitch. This one fouled back into the net for Bryce Smart.
See a shot of our fans out there in center.
Yeah, yesterday that was full with the games that we had here in Platte, or I guess that would have been now 2 days ago. This one's going to miss down, makes it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two offering on the way from Jake Helloyd and a curveball upstairs. You can tell there. A little displeased with that placement. He wanted that down in the zone. Hopefully maybe to freeze Bryce Smart up and get out of this inning. So full count now for Bryce Smart. Base hit, ball 4 opportunity. Payoff pitch on the way. And this one put into play on the left side of the field. A nice throw from Solik, and it's in time. 6-3 put out for out number 3. Your score, still 6-2. Parkston Devil Rays coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Hello and welcome back to the Tomato Patch here in beautiful Platte, South Dakota. Your score, as you can see on the screen, 6-0. You know, the hits right now are the difference. And actually, I think, the other aspect that's not being shown right now is the walks. Walks and hits batsmen. I believe Tolman, I'm not going to say that, but I know he has 2 for sure hits batsmen. And I want to say he has 2 walks for sure. He might have more. I'm gonna undershoot rather than overshoot.
Dane Tolman, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 2 hits batsmen.
Okay, so I was a little off on the walks, but I'd rather undershoot that. I knew he hit 2 batters. First pitch called strike, and your batter is Doug Sudbeck.
The walk-in legend himself.
This one off the plate. For ball 1, evens things up at 1 apiece. And Dane Tolman working deep as he hits his 108th pitch. Actually, that was 109th pitch.
I'm falling behind. I'm sorry.
The 1-2 offering and just missing again on that slider. Just hasn't been able to locate that today. Don't know if that's a problem that usually happens for him or not, but he's got some really good movement on it. It looks great. He just can't quite get it in that area that he needs it to be. 2-2 pitch, and this one right in line with the lefty batter. As Bob Uecker would say, just a bit outside. Payoff pitch on the way, and this one low and out as well. And Sudbeck going to draw the walk. That's going to bring up Tanner Dyke, the catcher for the Devil Rays. It looks like we're having a little bit of problems focusing. There we go. And it looks like we're going to have a time, and it looks like Brad Barcher's going to come out of the dugout. Have a quick conversation here. See on your screen right now, longtime legend Cody Larson in South Dakota Amateur Baseball talking with Tanner Dyke. And Tolman staying in. Just a quick conversation.
A couple of times, Brad Barcher, if he walks out there, you might hear him. As I've heard him a couple times. He just covers his mouth and goes, "Hey, you can do it. Figure it out. Take your time. Slow. Just focus on the basics. Focus on the fundamentals." And he had a few more words in there, but I'll just keep it short and sweet.
Pitch called strike. And Tolman fires one back.
Short bunt.
Count is 1-1. Nice crowd right down there. That is the right side. Everyone's sitting out enjoying some nice baseball action here in Platte, South Dakota.
Showing the Parkston crowd in the background there. Some of the Mudcat fans and some of the Devil Ray fans.
And Tolman missing again outside. Hitters count now for Tanner Dyke. Still showing bunt, trying to advance Sudbeck over to second base. And a swing and a wave for strike two. Full count now. Base hit, ball four opportunity. Tolman has a peek back at first base. Kicks, deals. This one swung on, fouled back out of play. The pitch, and it's low. So Tanner Dyke able to draw the walk. That's going to turn the lineup over for Seth Muth. And Muth now opportunity. I'm wondering if the Devil Rays are going to opt Muth to bunt. He's a speedster. You know, he lays down a good bunt. Might be one of those things where he can maybe beat that out. It'll be pretty close.
Well, we got a pitching change. It looks like the long-time veteran himself, Mr. Phil Johnson, the hefty lefty, will come on in.
Right-hander.
Oh, yep. Bats lefty, throws right.
Yep, there you go.
It looks like
We're getting
Tolman might be going to left, and Borgen will come to third. As Bates and Inquist not moving very much in the outfield, so I think that's just how the defensive change is going to go. But we'll let Phil warm up, and we'll take a...
Well, actually, it looks like Tolman's going to head out to left. Smart is going to move from second base to third, and Hudson Borgen will move to second base. And then Phil Johnson coming in from third to go and pitch now for the Raptors. But we're going to let Johnson throw some warm-up tosses here. We're going to step aside, take a quick breather. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back to our bottom of the fifth action. Again, Phil Johnson coming from third base to pitch. Dane Tolman, pitcher, is going to head out to left field. Left fielder Hudson Borgen going to move in now to second base, and second baseman Bryce Smart is now making the move over to third base. And Muth looking to show bunt there. This is a great opportunity to move both Sudbeck and Dyke into scoring position. Thought maybe they'd put in a courtesy runner for him, but they're going to use his legs at least for a little bit. Take advantage of it.
TJ Schmidt getting loose, kind of right in front of the dugout, doing some calf stretches.
Hard hit ball. This one trailing back down the right side and kind of out of play.
So again, if you're just joining us, we apologize if we can't get all the way in the corner, but figured as long as we follow one of the defenders going that way, one of the fielders going that way, be good enough.
This one popped up, out of play. This one fouled off as well. One thing I really do enjoy about watching Phil Johnson is he is very quick to work. He knows exactly what he wants to throw, and he's going to throw it. He does a really nice job locating the ball. This is a guy that's been around amateur baseball a long time. Ernster giving chase. He's looking for the fence, and just out of his reach.
Johnson, also one of those guys, you know how pitchers always got to come set before they throw? One of them guys that he does it so quickly, it's hard to distinguish if he makes a complete stop or not. If you might catch on to it as he continues to pitch throughout the night.
Well, actually, if you watch real close, he'll kind of give like, there it is. You see that glove flick right there? That's his signature. Okay, I'm set. So just kind of be looking for that right there.
As Fryman gets hit again. I think we almost need a box in our bottom right corner of just keeping tallies about how many times Fryman has unfortunately hit tonight.
So we got some time, and it looks like Fryman recovered, and he's ready to rock and roll once again. Here it comes. There's the glove flick, and we go. That one just high, and it's 3-2. Full count to Seth Muth.
I'll see if I can't get an angle on it, but I believe behind the Raptors dugout is
looks like
Hunter Robinson warming up.
Muth able to draw the walk. That's going to load the bases here for the Devil Rays, and that is going to bring up now number 16, the third baseman, Carter Summer. And Summer in his last plate appearance, hit by pitch by Toman. We can't quite close the book yet on Toman, as, Sudbeck and Tanner Dyke still on base. Those would technically go against. Those would go against Toman. Not technically, they would. First pitch swinging, and Summer fouls this one off. Yeah, I believe you were right, too. It looked like Hunter Robinson was warming up for the Raptors. Maybe come in. Maybe Johnson just tries and, gets him out of this inning.
Just eats up as many innings as he can, or like Caleb said, just minimal performance from Johnson tonight.
Yep, just throws strikes. Pitches to weak contact, and hopefully maybe get a couple strikeouts. To help his team. This one popped up. And just off the glove of Landon Waddell, and that's a big one there. The Raptors would have loved to have that.
I don't know if our viewers at home could have heard Phil, but Phil yelling out directions for Landon Waddell, just trying to help teach and coach these young guys as much as he can while he's on the field with them, helping them out, try to give directions to perform at the best of their ability.
Yeah, no one better to do that. Phil Johnson, a part of a lot of state tournament teams.
Dimock Emery, a 2010 state champions.
That was a beautiful pitch there from Phil Johnson. Still has just an absolute beautiful 12-6 curveball yet.
And that's now when they utilize our courtesy runner, as Travis John Schmidt will run on out.
And now with one out, they'll make the substitution. Let Tanner Dyke get some of his gear back on. Get ready to rock and roll. Dylan Solik stepping up for Parkston. First pitch swinging, and this one put on the ground. Smart going home with it, and it's in time. Force play at the plate. So that's going to bring up now the right fielder, Nolan Dvorak, to step in. First pitch inside. Actually, right there, you could see Jeff Ryman. He actually said it's a little high. The 1-0. That went in for a called strike. Same spot, just a little lower and in the zone. One offering, and that one, you can see kind of Fryman there doing one of these, kind of shake. He's like, you know, I think I could have called that one either way. The 2-1. He's going to miss, so a 3-1 hitters count here to Nolan Dvorak.
Phil trying to put some extra oomph on that ball as Duran says he lets it go.
And that one going to miss outside, so Johnson going to walk in a run. It's not going to count against him. It'll be Toman's earned run.
And right after that, which TJ does, you can close the book on Dane Toman.
Yep, as that would have been the last face batter by Dane Toman.
4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 7 runs all earned, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts, 119 pitches, 62 of them strikes, and he faced 27 batters for Dane Toman.
Batter now is number 10, Ty Negebauer. First pitch taken for a ball.
Also, 2 hit batsmen.
Borgen really not paying attention. Neither was Dylan Solik. If Borgen would have recognized that a little bit sooner, Johnson could have had Dylan Solik at second base, as Solik was just kind of walking with his head down, not really paying attention. But at the same time, too, Borgen also not really expecting that. This one popped up out to shallow right field, and Josh Enquist there to make the grab for out number 3, but not before the Parkston Devil Rays get one more, so that makes your score 7-0 after 5 complete. We'll step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm RF Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture? What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
And welcome back to the top half of the sixth inning. Caleb went and stretched his legs a little bit, so I'll be taking over until he gets back. Due up for Dimock Emery. Top of the order, Drew Kitchens, as Brad Barcher talking with Jeff Fryman on a substitution change, possibly coming this next half inning. As we get ready to rock and roll, so we'll be working with the chase cam for now. Won't be using any PTZs. I'll be running scoreboard and chase cam. First pitch. It's a swinging strike one from Jake Halloyd. We'll zoom out and get your whole pitcher, catcher, and batter in our camera. 0-1 at count to Drew Kitchens. Halloyd kicks and fires. This one popped up and out of play. Foul ball. 0-2 the count to Drew Kitchens as he falls behind. And Caleb just back from his nice little walk.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, it's not any cooler out there than it is up here.
0-2 to Kitchens. Halloyd gets the sign from Dyke. Doesn't like it. He wants another one. Gets one now. The payoff pitch. 0-2. Popped up. Night bar giving chase and won't be able to get there. It'll remain 0-2.
He did a nice job hustling after that, but he's got a lot of ground to cover where that one was hit. About halfway out in the outfield and down the right side, and it snuck out of the park here in Platte, so quite a bit of ground to cover.
So 0-2 still to Kitchens. Lloyd likes his sign. He'll try it again, the 0-2. This one heads up down the line as the bat goes flying. Drop third strike, the throw down in time for out number one.
Yeah, it is. Up here you don't notice it, but when I was outside, it is significantly more humid than what I thought. I mean, it's no shock that bat flew out of Kitchen's hand. So stepping to the plate now is going to be the lefty, Josh Enquist, at least as far as batting goes.
Also now new right fielder.
Yep, new right fielder. Was playing center, got replaced by Lincoln Bates.
Just did a nice little switch.
The 0-1 pitch on the way from Jake Halloyd is going to be high, and it's going to even things up at 1-1. Halloyd likes the sign. The pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Makes it 1-2. And Enquist now behind in the count. One-two offering, swung on, fouled back, out of play. The 1-2. Swinging away for strike three. And Enquist down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Now batting for Dimock Emery. It's going to be the new pitcher, Phil Johnson. There we go. First pitch, swung on, high fly ball, Out to right field. Dvorak camped under it, and he makes the grab with these. For out number 3. The Raptors going to go 1, 2, 3 in order. Still 7-0. We'll step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Are you?
Hello and welcome back. We have a few defensive alignment changes. Coming in from center, actually coming in off the bench is going to be number 17, Hunter Robinson. He's going to come in and replace Dane Toman. And then our third baseman, Bryce Smart, is going to now move over to second. Our catcher, Landon Waddell, is going to move over to third base. And I believe now Hudson Borgen now behind the dish for the Raptors.
And Phil does move over to first, which means we can close the book on Phil. And Robinson does come in for Steve Ernster. Phil Johnson, 1 inning of work. He had no hits, no runs, no nothing earned. 2 walks and 1 strikeout. He faced 5 batters, 24 pitches, 13 of them strikes, and no hits batsmen.
I apologize. I misspoke. We just talked about it too, and I misspoke. Dane Toman actually still out in left field, so I apologize about that. First pitch here from Hunter Robinson, and a big swing there from Caden Donahue. He's just going to come up empty. Now we're going to go out. Quick discussion between Hunter Robinson and Hudson Borgen.
Maybe a miscue or mishap there, pitching-wise, maybe?
Yeah, maybe not. That's what I would guess. Threw down a sign, thought maybe he was getting an off-speed, and all of a sudden here comes a fastball. That's a little bit of a surprise. So, you can understand maybe wanting to clear that up. Swinging a wave. And Donahue quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Donahue tonight, like we said, have been kind of quiet. Over 3 strikeouts. Looking for that first hit of the ball game. Donahue comes in, I gotta look it up here, 250 batting average.
Yep. That one just on the outer part. Just going to miss. Pretty good location, though, from Robinson. 1-2. Now I played against Robinson quite a bit. He's my age. And he used to pitch for Hanson, or I guess Alec.
But Caden Donahue, 12 hits on the year. I mean, he's a guy that you want up there to get a base hit. He's willing to, he'll go the extra mile, get that extra base hit, do everything to keep the inning going.
He's going to check that one off. Oh, they're going to say it hit him.
Oh.
I had a similar situation happen. They're going to talk about this. I think it's going to be revised. I had a situation like this happen in Corsica. Yep, there we go. He brought back
the check swing, and
yeah,
Aiden Bolche says he did go around, and from up here, it looks like it maybe hit the knob of the bat, and from Jeff Fryman's spot behind the plate,
it hit him on the wrist. So what happened is, like in Corsica, for me at least, I had the same thing. happen to me, but what I was told and explained to is I made an attempt to go at the baseball, so therefore it is technically coming in at a swing. So what they ruled it as is they ruled it as kind of a foul ball. So that was the same thing there, because that was pretty much textbook what I had happen to me in Corsica, I think, a year or two ago. So they're going to bring him back. The payoff pitch, and this one high, and Donahue will cut on it, and he'll come up empty. So Donahue down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Landon Sudbeck. Hunter Robinson, quick to work. And this one just misses outside. Really trying to nibble that outside corner. I remember Robinson had some really good control back when he pitched against us. Called strike, evens things up at 1 apiece. The 1-1 down in the turf makes it 1-2. The 1-2 offering on the way, swing and a wave. Or excuse me, 2-1.
I think it just caught the top of the bat and went straight back over top of Fryman.
Yeah, he caught the end and then just kind of hit under the baseball there.
And we're going to get a new baseball. And like me and Caleb were talking about, between innings, it's just kind of feels more humid here and just feels wet. No wind, and with all the rain yesterday and the day before, or on Thursday, it's going to be nice and warm.
Yeah, it's almost hazy here in Platte. This one fouled off. Sudbeck staying alive. Trying to get on base here for the Devil Rays, extend that lead. Again, 7-0 here. Devil Rays have done a nice job offensively and defensively as well tonight. A 2-2 offering from Robinson, and this one up in the zone. Sudbeck staying disciplined at the plate, able to hold off, and he's battling himself back to a full count.
And in Sudbeck, 1 for 3 on the night, 2 RBIs. And that's about it.
Payoff pitch put on the ground. Waddell, the throw over in time, 5-3 put out for out number 2. That's going to bring up now number 2.
Nope, we're going to have a pitch hitter, Mr. Josh Polrice will come in. Josh Polrice comes into the district tournament with a .281 batting average, 9 hits, 8 RBIs on the year for JP.
First pitch, called strike.
Josh, a classmate of Caleb and I.
The 0-1 offering, and this one upstairs, going to even the count at 1 apiece. Polrice trying to get something to go here with 2 away. Maybe get a nice little 2-out rally going. The 1-1 offering on the way, and this one low. And it's 2-1 now to Josh Polrice. Two-one offering. Robinson, the pitch. This one put on the ground over on the left side. Taken by Kitchens, and the throw in time. 6-3 put out for out number 3. Your score after 6 complete, still 7-0. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
You tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome back as we get ready to start our top of the 7th inning here on Live Ticket TV. Again, District 5B baseball in Platte, South Dakota, the Tomato Patch in beautiful Platte, South Dakota. Got the nice river hills in the background. Can barely see them now due to the humidity. I mean, just a ton of the atmosphere out in the sky, just real hazy. You can kind of see that now, how it's hazy out there, but way back there is the river hills.
Nice
the river
little,
being 14 miles away.
nice little scenery though for Platte. Playing some
Yep.
baseball, look on when you're batting, get a nice little scenery in the background, and
Yeah, beautiful country over here.
can almost call it God's country.
Stepping to the plate is going to be Lincoln Bates, center fielder for the Raptors. Again, Hal Lloyd getting ready to start his 7th inning of work here for the Parkston Devil Rays. First pitch on the way. Bates swinging, and this one fouled back out of play.
Jake Helloyd, 74 pitches so far after that foul ball.
He's been very efficient tonight for Parkston.
Do you got someone warming up down there on the left, on the third base line? That is Mr. Josh Inquist for Dimock Emery.
The 0-1, just up in the zone. Makes it 1-1. Pitch on the way, and that one's going to be high. 2-1 count here for Jake Helloyd. He's going to go to the rosin bag, maybe dry that hand off. Might be accumulating some sweat. Maybe a little bit of humidity, perspiration. Swinging a wave. Big cut there from Lincoln Bates. That's going to even things up now at 2-2.
He wanted that one.
Yeah, he did. Very aggressive cut. Lloyd shakes it off. Likes this one. He's going to roll with it. And backwards K in. Lincoln Bates knew it. He started walking over to the dugout. That's going to bring up now number 7, Hudson Borgen. First pitch on the way for Helloyd. In there for a called strike. Catches that outer part of the plate. The 0-1 offering, high. That'll even things up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and this one popped up out of play.
Just right out the back door of our press box here.
I didn't hear a ding, so it must have just evaded a car. No hail damage yet.
Right between a car and a pickup.
The 1-2 pitch. This one put into play on the ground. Helloyd's going to take it, and he's just going to flip it over to Negebauer at first base. A 1-3 put out for out number 2. That's going to bring up now number 20, Dane Tolman, left fielder for Dimock Emery. Going back to that rosin as it gets ever more humid out. First pitch on the way, just up in the zone for ball 1. One offering on the way for Jake Helloyd in a swing. This one foul tip back in the glove of Tanner Dyke. Evens the count here at 1 apiece, 2 away. And Jake Helloyd trying to make this one a quick inning. Swinging a wave. And it's now 1-2. Helloyd has a sign he likes. Kicks, deals in this one. Fouled back.
That went off the mask of Tanner Dyke.
Oh, the throw there from Dyke, a little errant. But Sudbeck able to back him up.
I think that actual one came from Fryman.
No, it came from Tanner.
Oh.
Fryman just reached over his shoulder. Here you go. And then he went and actually grabbed that one that was by the backstop. So 1-2. Pitch on the way. And this one going to be high. Again, just kind of slipping away there from Helloyd. Helloyd usually with pretty good control. But again, due to conditions here, makes it a little bit tougher. And that's maybe what we saw earlier from Tolman when he tried to throw his off speed. You know, he's always missing on that left side. I guess if you're looking directly at it on the screen, it would be your left side in that lefty's batter's box. The 2-2 offering just off the plate and a full count to Dane Tolman. Payoff pitch. This one put on the ground. Diving play by Landon Sudbeck. The throw in time. Dives, reaches it out, and a 4-3 put out for out number 3. Your score still remains 7-0. We're going to step aside, and the Rays coming to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Hello and welcome back as we get ready to start our bottom of the 7th here on Live Ticket TV. I appreciate you guys staying tuned in and keeping up with South Dakota Amateur Baseball, as well as a big thanks to our sponsors who are making this stream possible. Without you guys, there would be no stream. And the viewers at home would not be able to enjoy that, maybe from the comfort of a lazy boy or, you know, the air conditioning. So we appreciate you guys here at Live Ticket TV. To get things started here for the Devil Rays, it's going to be number 4, Tanner Dyke, to take his cuts from the left side. And then that's going to turn the lineup over, and it'll be Seth Muth and number 16, Carter Summer. Again, Hunter Robinson still on the mound for the Raptors of Dimock Emery. First pitch on the way from Robinson is going to be low for ball 1. The 1-0 swung on, fouled back into the net. That's going to even the count here at 1 apiece. Boy, the new lights that they put in at Platter are bug magnets.
Yeah, there's a lot of skeeters and other stuff going towards the lights.
Now you can even kind of see that going across your screen from center field. The 1-1 offering and a miss upstairs. But, like I said, I mean, the lights doing a very nice job here at Platt. Keeping it nice and bright for you guys so you're able to enjoy from home. 3-1 now to Tanner Dyke. The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, and Tanner will draw the walk. That's going to turn the lineup over to our leadoff batter for the Parkston Devil Rays, Seth Muth. And TJ heading out. We also have a quick meeting, it looks like, on the mound between Barcher and Hunter Robinson.
And Borgen.
Yep. Talking about how they want to approach this. I don't think there's any need to be too worried yet about Hunter Robinson.
Only at 23 pitches.
Yeah, and he's been fairly consistent. First pitch on the way. Gonna miss low for ball 1. Hard hit ball on the left side, and that's down for a base knock in left field. And runners are going to move station to station. That's going to bring up now number 16, Carter Summer.
Carter Summer, 1 for 3 on the night.
First pitch called strike. See on your screen on the left side, Lincoln Bates out in center field.
16 hits, 14 RBIs on the year for Summer.
Looking to maybe tally that number here with runners on first and second. I think there was a little bit of confusion there between the runners. They saw Carter Summer swing, and they thought it was a foul ball. And the base coaches for the Devil Rays saying, get here, come on, quick.
So TJ got halfway and it was kind of just dancing out there. Thought he, like you said, thought it was a foul ball, and then finally ends up going all the way and gets runners in scoring position.
Yep, foul ball here. Now by Summer. The 0-2, and that's going to run inside and hit him. That'll load the bases for the Devil Rays.
Second time Summer has been hit tonight, and that's going to warrant a trip to the mound by Barcher, and in comes Josh Inquist.
Yep, that'll be a second trip out there. Going to pat Hunter Robinson on the back. I think I did catch a glimpse of the stats for the Raptors. I don't think he had a whole lot of innings pitched this season. It was only a handful, if I remember right.
Robinson will go to second, and they'll ship Bryce Smart out to right field, as here comes Inquist when he runs on here, as you'll see here, in about a second or two. Or actually, I'll just do that as he walks across.
Had to switch his glove.
I call him the rubber chicken. He'll pitch pitches on pitches and innings on innings. I think the most I've seen him pitch one time was almost 200 pitches, or if not over.
I think I've seen him pitch over. It is insane. You know what's even crazier is his velo does not dip once.
Nope.
And that, I don't know how he does it. I don't know if this guy just doesn't feel any sort of pain in his arm or what, but he just is able to just keep going the distance.
No matter where he's at, pitch count wise, inning wise, regardless, like Caleb said, does not change at all. He has good off speed, a great fastball, so we're in for a treat here tonight with Josh Inquist.
Yeah, one thing that's really noticeable for me, at least when I remember watching him play and, facing him, he's got a really nice curveball, and we're going to see that here probably tonight come out quite a bit. He's got really good control with where he places the ball. I think he's also comes in, has a changeup as well. That's going to be a treat. So we're going to step aside here for a bit, let Josh warm up, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Hello and welcome back here to the bottom of the seventh inning on Live Ticket TV. Again, pitching change for the Raptors, now in number 13, Josh Inquist. And Inquist finishing his warm-up tosses. We'll be ready to start action here. So that's going to bring up to the plate number 8, Dylan Solik. He will be the first batter Inquist will face. And Inquist comes in a tricky situation here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Not exactly the situation a pitcher wants to be in, especially a relief pitcher coming in. So
you got to see Jeff Fryman actually stop Dylan Solik. He was about ready to walk all the way through, and Fryman had to stop him. He said Inquist has one more warm-up pitch before he got into the box.
First pitch is going to be high. for ball one. The 1-0. Just high. Yep, Enquist asking for him. Is that just high? Like I said, Enquist really does a really nice job on location. He doesn't usually walk a whole lot of batters. He's going to be trying to nibble here. He'll get that one as he gets Solik to swing.
Inquest, like we were talking about Nolan Dvorak earlier, Inquest, one of those other guys as well. I don't really think he has a bad bone in his body.
Fired back. You saw that there. Two-seam fastball. Got some nice arm side tail. The 2-2. And he'll get him again, but this one will be fouled off. Borgen can squeeze that there. That's a foul tip strike, and that's a huge.
Drop third, but the batter's automatically out. First base out.
I thought he fouled it. It looked like he fouled it. That's my bad.
I think Dylan thought he fouled it as well, but Fryman telling him that's 3, you're out.
At the plate, Nolan Dvorak, and Enquist is ready. He's humming in that two-seam right there. He's got some nice arm side tail. Able to catch that outer part of the plate. Really good nibble by Josh Enquist. And Enquist at an 0-2 count. Veteran pitcher. Probably not going to see anything close to the zone, I would assume, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that one running inside actually finished in Dvorak's batter's box. Really good presentation right there. He tunneled that perfectly. That's going to bring up now number 10, Ty Negebauer. So 2 outs. The pitch from Enquist. This one hit out to left center field. Giving chase is Lincoln Bates, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. And Josh Enquist comes in, bases loaded, nobody out, and gets his team out without allowing a run. Your score still remains after 7 complete, 7-0. We'll step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Welcome back to our top of the 8th coverage here on Live Ticket TV. As Jake Helloyd getting ready to start his 8th inning of work. And he has thrown a beautiful game here, Reagan. I mean, you take a look, going into 8 innings, 89 pitches, that is very efficient for a pitcher. And the way he's been pitching, I see no reason that the Devil Rays don't try and make him last the whole game. and try to get by with just using one pitcher and save their pitching for that semifinal matchup.
And we do have a substitution on the field for the Double
yeah.
Rays. Now at first base is Cody Larson, the guy we've been kind of mentioning a couple times tonight. Caden Donahue does finish his night.
Yep, so Ty Negebauer is actually going to head out to left field, and Cody Larson now at first base. And at the plate is going to be number 12, Landon Waddell. First pitch on the way from Jake Helloyd, and that one going to miss outside.
Waddell comes into this at bat 0 for 2 on the night.
The 1-0 offering. Swung on this one, a hard hit ball. That really nice. Oh, he didn't quite hang on to it. He dropped it. And Waddell is going to sneak up to 2. And just like that, the Raptors have a runner aboard on second base. Ty Negebauer got there. And it was in his glove, and it just popped right out. He was there. So that's going to go down as an error.
It's going to be an E7 on Negebauer.
That's going to bring up.
Hunter Robinson.
Yep, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to double check. Called strike.
Once again, Robinson will be batting in the spot of Steve Rinster. Yeah.
This one cut on.
I think that one got Fryman again.
I think it did. Because I think someone said something. He's like, yeah, I know. What's the deal? Everybody just pick on Jeff Fryman tonight, I guess.
Pick on Jeff Fryman Day today at the district tournament, I guess. But
Yep.
Fryman, I'm sure we'll send him home with a nice pack so he can ice his bruises on the way home.
Oh, 2 count here to Hunter Robinson. Elloyd has a peek back at Waddell. The pitch called strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 1. That's going to bring up now number 18, Bryce Smart. So after this, the lineup will turn over to top of the order, Drew Kitchens. First pitch going to be high for Helloyd for ball 1. Out of curiosity, if you have time, Reagan, how many strikeouts tonight does Jake Helloyd have? He's been very efficient. I know he's got a handful.
Jake Helloyd on the night has 8 strikeouts.
He's doing a nice job pitching to weak contact and also help taking a couple himself. The 2-0 pitch, and this one just going to miss down. So a 3-0 count, too smart.
Right now, the stat line for Jake Helloyd stands 7 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts, 97 pitches, 60 of them for strikes.
Those are pretty good numbers. Curveball. Just trying to test it, and that one's going to miss. So he now does have a walk.
And Doug Sudbeck going to make the slow trip out there.
Just maybe talk to Helloyd. I don't see right now anyway any reason. I think they're just going to have a quick conversation. Just be like, all right, Jake, you can do this.
2 on, 1 out. Whole infield in there talking. Short meeting, so it must be
Oh, we're still
just
going
talking.
yet.
Oh,
There we go. Now we're leaving.
must be talking over the situation.
Yep, just, 2 outs. Or, excuse me, 2 runners on, 1 out. something up the middle, we're going to try and get that double play and get you out of this inning. You just keep going out there and throwing strikes for us like you have been, and we'll get out of this and get on the sticks. Just like we said now, at the plate, top of the order, Drew Kitchens. First pitch from Helloyd. This one swinging. And Kitchens fouls this one out of play. And was in the direction of some vehicles, but still no sound. So no hail damage to report. Now the people here at Platte might be able to do that. We did have a little bit of hail come through yesterday, just pea size though, so.
Foul ball hits your vehicle. You unfortunately can't turn that into hail insurance.
Yeah. Curveball gonna miss out. I mean, you could try, but you're probably going to get told no. Or they're going to ask, why is this one so big and there's nothing else?
Well, if you try it, like Caleb said, if you try, we wish you the best of luck, I guess.
Yeah. 1-1 is the count, and that one just going to miss low. Helloyd not missing by much, but just can't quite get it to go. Count is now 2-1 here to Kitchens. The 2-1. And that one just missing again. I mean, that is right there. It's just a little off. Nice job tonight by Jeff Fryman. He's been very consistent, I think, behind the plate.
I would agree. And Helloyd just now over the century mark, 102. Make that 103 to load it up by this full count.
Base hit ball four opportunity here for Drew Kitchens. Helloyd looking for out number 2. Maybe pitch to some weak contact here and turn a double play. Payoff pitch, and Kitchen's going to foul this one. This one's going to stay in fair territory. And Dvorak with the throw in, and runners just going to move from station to station. And bases loaded now here for Dimock Emery. They're threatening to score a run with 1 away. That's going to bring up now the pitcher for the Raptors, Josh Enquist. He'll step in and take his hacks from the left side. First pitch on the way from Helloyd, swinging away for Enquist. The 0-1. Shot down the left side and foul.
Usually, Dimock Emery, usually a lefty batter heavy lineup. This year, they kind of went the opposite direction. The other guys retired or had something else going on this summer. This year, they're right-handed batter heavy.
Pitch going to miss outside, makes it 1-2. Getting a strikeout here would be huge for Jake Helloyd. Make the situation a little bit easier. The 1-2 pitch, and this one going to miss low. It's going to even the count now at 2-2 here for Josh Enquist. The offering from Helloyd, swinging a wave, strike number 3. And Helloyd getting a huge out here for the Devil Rays. Now that's going to bring up Phil Johnson. First pitch swinging, and this one put on the ground, and it's through. And the throw from Dvorak, and hard throw, and just not quite in time. But holy smokes, that throw on the money from Mr. Dvorak out in right field. And Johnson is going to plate two. So it's going to be a 2 RBI single, and then Johnson's going to advance on the throw. So now he is at second base, and that's going to bring up Lincoln Bates. So the Raptors finally on the board here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch on the way for Helloyd, and it's in for a called strike. In the batter here, Lincoln Bates. There's still 2 more out for the Raptors. Bates an opportunity to maybe cut into that deficit and make this a 3-run ball game. Helloyd gonna miss the zone, so it's 1-1 now with 2 away. The 1-1 offering. This one fouled back at the catcher, able to keep it in front of him. Now a 1-2 count. Helloyd 1 strike away from ending the inning and minimizing the damage here. The pitch, curveball popped up down the left side. And making the grab is Carter Summer for out number 3. But now before the Raptors able to answer back with 2 runs of their own. So your score now 7-8 heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to step aside and we'll be right back on Live Ticket TV.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Hello and welcome back to our bottom of the 8th coverage here on Live Ticket TV. Hope you guys are enjoying our District 5B coverage. Again, we are almost through round number 1. We've had a lot of weather delays, 2 weather delays, and have pushed everything back. So this is still the
Round
opening.
1.
Yeah, still the opening round here. We can quick show that while we're waiting for Bates to, excuse me.
It's Bate.
Yeah, Bates to finish. Now we have a pitching change. Enquist came in for a little bit. Now Lincoln Bates is out there. But taking a look at it on your screen, this is what we have so far. Now those days are not right as far as it goes for the Alec game and the Parkston Cats game on your screen. Those will be tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock for the Alexandria Platte game. And then the winner of this game will play the Parkston Mudcats at around 8 o'clock.
So we can close the book on Hunter Robinson and Josh Inquist. Hunter Robinson, 1 inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Josh Inquist, 2/3 of an inning. Zeros up until 1 strikeout.
First pitch in for a called strike, and our batter here is Cody Larson. Longtime South Dakota amateur baseball player. Again, we talked about him a little bit earlier. Played for the Plankington Gold Sox.
And the Mitch Mad Dogs.
Yep, caused havoc out in Plankington for teams. Known for being a very good hitter. And Cody still with a very smooth swing.
Second year at the Devil Rays, right?
Yep. Swinging away for strike 3, and Larson down on strikes. It's going to bring up now number 6, Landon Sudbeck. First pitch going to run a little inside. It's going to miss Sudbeck, and it'll be in for ball 1.
I did get a text from Chris Hill watching at home. We were wrong. He did not play for Plankington. He played for the Mount Vernon Mustangs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Thank you, Chris, for the correction.
Yeah, I know who I was thinking of now.
You're thinking of Cole Knipling, probably.
Yep, that's exactly who I was thinking of.
So I'll bring up Josh Polarize. And we were wrong again, Caleb. After Josh Polarize gets a hit, Chris Hill once again corrected me and proved me that I was wrong on my information. He was a banker on a Gold Sox.
At the plate now, number 4, Tanner Dyke. Runners take off. And Sudbeck sliding safely into third base. 1-0 count. Excuse me, 1-1 count. Pitch inside. Swinging a wave. Makes it 2-1. A 2-1 offering. Swung on. And it's now 2-2. Bates comes set, kicks and deals. This one fouled down the left side of the field, out of play. The 2-2 offering. Swinging a wave, strike 3. And Dyke down on strikes. For out number 2, that's going to bring up to the plate. Top of the order, number 1, Seth Muth.
So Fryman's getting warm as he takes his whole mask and hat off to hopefully cool himself down.
First pitch going to miss for ball 1. The 1-0 offering swung on this one. Popped up, and Johnson will take it for out number 3. So, after 8 complete, your score 7-2 here in Platte, South Dakota at the Tomato Patch. And Dimock Emery needs to score 5 here in order to keep this thing going. 1, to take the lead, give them kind of that go-ahead run, and then they got to come out and hold Parkston. So they got a little bit of work to do. Let's see if they can do it. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Hello and welcome back to our top of the 9th coverage on Live Ticket TV. If you're still out there tuning in, we appreciate you guys watching South Dakota Amateur Baseball. We got a new arm on the mound for the Parkston Devil Rays. It's number 16, Carter Summer. He'll come in relief and try to close this game out for Jake Helloyd. And Reagan, I believe, has some pitching stats here for Mr. Summer.
First, we'll close the book on Helloyd. Helloyd went 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs not earned, neither one of them. 1 walk, 9 strikeouts for Helloyd. He hit 2 batsmen. 31 batters faced, 114 pitches, 70 of them for strikes. And the pitching stats for Carter Summers looks like this: 34 innings pitched, the second most on the team. He's pitched in 8 games, started 4 of them, 156 batters faced, 2-0 in the year, 1 save, 31 hits given up, 19 runs, 12 of them earned, 16 walks, 43 strikeouts, 6 hit batsmen, and a 2.47 ERA.
His first assignment is going to be Hudson Borgen. First pitch on the way from Summer, going to run high and tight for ball 1. Again, Carter Summer with some pretty good velocity out here too. Touching mid-8s.
He is a pitcher up at Northern, and I believe that he just only pitches up there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one. Borgen going to foul this one off.
I know Dylan Solik up there, he plays shortstop and third base. Jake Helloyd pitches as well, and I think Summer is just a PO, but I think Helloyd also plays field time or 2.
Last year, Carter Summer was a Legion player, and after they concluded their tournament, he was able to pitch in the state tournament. He did a really nice job for us, coming in and helping us get a win. He's got some good stuff. You saw there he just threw a curveball, just missed outside. He's got some good movement. That was a two-seam fastball right there, just missing in, and it's 3-1. Excuse me, 3-2. So a full count here. Payoff pitch on the way from Summer, and this one gonna miss just a hair outside. And Hudson Borgen aboard via the walk. And that's going to bring up now Dane Tillman. First pitch on the way from Summer. It's going to be high. One 0 offering called strike, evens it up at 1 apiece. This one going to miss upstairs 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, high, so a hitter's count again at 3-1. Fires back for a strike, full count now to Tillman. Payoff pitch on the way from Carter Summer, swinging away for strike number 3. And Tillman, or excuse me, Summer going to retire his first batter of the ball game. It's going to bring up now Landon Waddell. First pitch on the way to Waddell, going to miss for a ball.
Waddell 0 for 3 on the night.
This one fired back for a called strike. Here, maybe you guys could hear. I know I could hear it from up here. Nice pop of the catcher's mitt. I don't know how good our headsets are. They might have picked that one up. We might be just a little bit too far away from the action. The 1-1 upstairs makes it 2-1 now.
Wish we had one of those mics like our helper Tim Smith does during the DW basketball games, just to hold it up, sit it outside the window so you can catch that game sound.
Oh, this one fired back, called strike. I saw something. This was earlier this year. They did this at a new stadium. I don't know. I want to say maybe LSU or somewhere. And they had mics set all around the stadium. They actually had to shut them off because of the amount of cussing that was happening, or sentence enhancers, if you will, that were happening throughout the game, because they were just picking that up left and right. Because I think there was like around 20 different mics that were scattered around the field. So that's a little something interesting too. So I don't know if we can necessarily do that, but full count. Payoff pitch from Summer, and this one fouled back into the net.
Fortunately, we do not have any ball boys or ball gals here at the ball field. Fryman is out of baseballs. I guess he's been out of baseballs for about 2 innings, so they always got to throw one in to the pitcher.
This one fouled back out of play, and
right behind us, right on our steps to come up to the press box. I guess I could have took my hat off and stuck it out. Maybe got a $5 foul ball, CT.
That was definitely a possibility. But we got a ball again. So again, we resume full count. Base hit, ball four opportunity. And the payoff pitch from Summer. And this one going to miss upstairs. That'll be a base on balls. And we're going to have a quick discussion here out on the mound. Just going to maybe go out there, calm some nerves of Carter Summer. Just seems to be a little bit off. You know, usually what I've seen from him, a very accurate pitcher. Usually always going the distance, especially at the Legion level and high school level. Last year, did a really nice job for Parkston. That's going to bring up now Hunter Robinson. First pitch, going to run a little inside for ball one. Again, very humid here in Platte, South Dakota, so I know that does play a factor in how the ball spins and rotates and comes out of the hand.
Bugs and the insects are out and about tonight, as we've seen a couple, or I should say quite a few up here in the press box by us.
The 2-0 going to miss upstairs, and this is going to get away from Tanner Dyke, and everyone going to move up a station on the base path. So runners down in scoring position with one away. Things starting to get a little interesting here at the tomato patch. .30 pitch and a walk. Bases loaded.
And Doug's going to take the slow walk out there and have a little conversation with the boys.
Yeah, definitely going to talk about situation here, and then, you know, try and maybe calm some jitters or nerves here from Carter Summer. See if they can help him out. So with the meeting dispersed, again, our situation, one out, bases loaded, and Dimock Emery down to what could be their last 2 outs of that ball game. First pitch going to miss low for ball one. The 1-0 offering. Two-seam fired back for a called strike. It's going to even it up now at 1-1. The 1-1 offering in there, called strike. The pitch from Summer, swinging away, strike three. And that's going to turn the lineup over to top of the order. Drew Kitchens. Base is still loaded. Down to 1 out here at the tomato patch. First pitch on the way here for Carter Summer. And called strike as it catches the outer part of the plate. The 0-1 offering. Ooh, that's going to get away. That hit off of Tanner's knee pad. And one run does come across. Pitch on the way. Called strike. And the Raptors down to what could be their last strike of the ballgame. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, this one's going to get away from Tanner as well. And another run coming across. And safe is Landon Waddell. Count is 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
2 across.
Yeah, 2 across. The pitch.
Up, up. Ah!
Yeah, all right?
Yeah, I got caught the fan and got part of my back. I think it came back out.
Well, we're taking fire up top here in the press box.
Maybe tomorrow night I might have to bring my glove.
Not sure where the ball ended up. Curveball in for called strike number 3. And that is your ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score, 7-4 in favor of the Parkston Devil Rays. So let's take a quick look at that bracket. As you can see on your screen, though, before we do that. Again, your line score, 7-4, 5 hits for both these teams, 1 error apiece. The difference, I think, is in walks. I mean, the Raptors, Toman had several walks and hits batsmen, and then the Devil Rays just able to string some hits with it. And I think that's honestly the difference here in this ball game. But taking a look at it, let's take a look at that bracket on your screen. So again, the times obviously not correct, as today is Sunday, July 26th. Tomorrow, we will play that first game between the Alexandria Angels and the Platte Killer Tomatoes. That'll kick off, or I guess first pitch, rather, will be at 6 p.m. Now the Parkston Mudcats will take on the Parkston Devil Rays at 8 p.m. following, and then on Tuesday, July 28th, the Mount Vernon Mustangs will take on the Dimock Emery Raptors. But that's going to do it for us here in Platte, South Dakota. I hope you guys have been enjoying, and we are finally through opening round districts here in Platte after 2 rain delays. We hope you guys have enjoyed this tournament, and we wish you a good rest of your night from the broadcast booth. From Caleb Titsey and Reagan Weber, we wish you a good rest of your night.